Hey, what's up? Hey, just wanted to jump on here and share a story and share a little bit about my personal work that kind of what I'm up to. Yesterday, I'm walking along the beach with my wife here in Nicaragua, and you know, ocean, sun, everything's nice. We're walking, and we walk, probably a quarter of a mile, and my wife just kind of casually mentions to me, "Well, I never." Um, walk this far because at the end of this beach there's a freshwater river that comes in, and at times there's crocodiles or alligators, I'm not sure which. uh, so she said, I've never been able to go down here, and it's nice that we're able to walk here. uh, and I was really surprised with my reaction. On one hand, I felt really good, like, yeah, if there is a alligator attack, I'm a pretty good dude to be there and be able to wrestle the alligator. And I would certainly uh, die trying when it comes to my wife or my family, uh, and wrestle an alligator if it came to that. Uh, but two, I couldn't fully stand in that being like this masculine protector for my wife. And it surprised me. I do a lot of work, and look at most of my shadows, whenever I can. And, I notice myself getting small and not being able to stand. And like damn right, I'll protect you from an alligator. Um, and what was incredible, is uh, after that, we're walking along the beach, and there's these wild horses, three wild horses. And, we just been talking about the book, The Untethered Soul. And this was like literally like the cover, of the Untethered Soul. And one of the big messages in that book is, uh, not trying to protect your thorn that you have, um, for other people. Most people go around life unwilling or unable to look at, their shadow self, the parts that they can't see that often, um, gets in the way of how they relate to other people. Um, and I thought that was really, really interesting that's what showed up. I've been thinking about that book lately, and it's a real reminder to, like, dig in, look at my shadow. Um, and if I don't feel comfortable being the provider or being the protector for Jamie or my family, that there's some little kid area in my life that still needs to be addressed and still needs to be looked at and still needs to be uh, tended to. So, um, what I intend to do now that I have that information, is to dig in. I've always had this story of being a fraud, or being a fake, being a pretender. And with this experience, it really illuminated that shadow again. And another area that's major shadow for me is, I've lived in um, Latin American culture for 10 years off and on, and I still don't speak Spanish. It's crazy, right? Like, I've been here at all the surf beaches with all the Spanish speakers, and I'm still the guy who has probably a dozen Spanish words. And it really holds me back from actually sinking in and being connected and close to the people, the Nicaraguans here, that I think that I probably like better than I would the expats that are living down here, right? Um, so I'm going to start 2 days a week going to Spanish classes. I'm also going to up my surf game. I'm going to get 2 lessons with a really good coach out here. And start surfing 2 days a week in addition to my other practices. Mostly so I can kill those stories and be fully expressed and the most powerful version of myself. And I'm doing all this partly because of the Unbreakable Man Project. what is being called forth from me in relation to guys who are really successful, guys that are leaning into their edge and wanting to make an impact in the world with their families, with their wives, in their businesses. It really pushes me to keep going, and that's exactly what I want. That's my path. So I just wanted to share that with some people. Hopefully there's something there for you. What shadow are you not able to look at? What shadow do you not have support enough in your life to be able to look at? And what's some easy action items that you can take to move forward? Let me know. Drop some comments in the bottom. See ya.